Hey, Sugar, stop harassing Buck and Corinne. Buck. Hey guys, I'm gonna give you this state of the island address today, but I wanted to start with this. We'll get back to Buck in a minute. Buck, how you feeling, baby? Sugar, Cookie. Buck, what you doing, baby boy? As you guys can see, he's perfectly fine. So we'll start with it after that. Hi, Corinne, baby. Hi, my pretty girl. Hi, honey. Hi, Buck. Hi, baby boy. You ready to talk? You ready to talk to everybody? Say hi. All right, Chi-Chi's with me here. Guys, this used to be our mudroom. There used to be a big closet here. So I kind of want to give you not a full tour of the place, and it's still in kind of disarray because we just literally kind of finished up construction. But this is now a special feeding area, almost like a kitchenette area for our special needs dogs. My house is a really open floor plan. So when you feed the special needs dogs in front of the other dogs in the kitchen, it's extremely, they get jealous really easy. So we're trying to both eliminate that and give us a place where we can actually do all the dog stuff completely separate from the human food. So I can have my kitchen back to eat for myself now, because we've been eating out a lot. So basically what we've done here is we've got, everything from our supplements, our medicines, our food prep stuff. So it's not all done yet. All of our food prep and everything up there. We're able to keep the dog food down here, the big dog food.
Other side.
Oh yeah. I don't even know how to work my own thing yet. Refrigerator to keep our fresh cut and everything like that, stuff to heat up with. Our slop sink, we changed that because some of the dogs would get under the slop sink like Buck, and he didn't want to come out, unless I come in and get him. So, basically we changed all that so we can still have a kind of a mudroom type area, but we just kind of doubled it up so that we actually have a kitchen. So, welcome to this, and we'll do this much better later on. I give a full tour of the island here in a couple weeks once I get back from Puerto Rico. Okay, so real quick, and again, forgive the mess. We've got so much stuff going on right now. Main kitchen area, and you can see why we wanted the dogs separate from everybody, because when you're in here preparing stuff, everybody wants to be in here. So now they've got their own little area, and also while we're here, we're finally starting to get all of the stuff. I'm kind of ready to start putting it up. All the wonderful gifts that we got from Thor and Pony and so forth, and they're throughout the house. But you can see, we found many of the special things right here. If you don't see the stuff that you guys have given us, just give us time. Like I said in the tour, I'm going to have a whole bunch of stuff throughout the house to show everybody. But we're finally getting to the point where we can decorate stuff, so we're getting there. And again, forgive the mess. We're just all kind of disorganized at the moment, but we're getting there. It's all a means to an end. Okay. Baby girls. Hi, Annie, baby. Hi, sweet, Buck. Hi, Rita. Hi, baby girl. Okay, guys, this is what formerly used to be my office, and then an exercise room, then my office again, then a storage room, then just a mess. We're trying to give a place to the ones that aren't quite as rambunctious, at nighttime especially, to sleep, but certain ones like my little girl Annie here, she doesn't really like being around all the other dogs, period. Not anything whatsoever. Neither does Rita here. Hi, sweetie, I love you. And of course, Corinne, she likes a little, she gets along with everybody. We're just being, a little bit overprotective of her. And my little girl Trixie, hi honey. And there's Fluffy Butt. Fluffy Butt's doing much better now. Yes, she is. Chicky.
Hi, Buck.
So this is kind of like, I don't want to say a nursery, but I'm gonna put a little chair in here so that people can sit in here as well. And I have air mattresses that I'm gonna put on the shelves in here, so that if I have to sleep in here one night with these guys and make them feel wanted, I can do that as well. But basically, yeah, this is just a place where these guys can hang out. Annie and Rita pretty much full-time, even though the gate's open during the day, they can come and go as they please. But at nighttime, these guys have a nice quiet place to sleep. Sweet Pea, as much as I love for her to be in bed with me, or one of us, she gets hot real easy, so that's not comfortable for her. So I'm just trying to divide it up to where everybody's personalities get along really well, and that I can kind of keep a better eye on some of the more delicate ones without keeping 30 of them in my room. And of course, we're storage for up here. We're starting to bring supplies up here as well. So we got plenty of storage up here and plenty of room for the girls and boys to be up in here. No, Rita, baby. Hi, honey. Hi, Sapphire. Hi, little blue baby. Here she is. She's peeking out. Hi, honey. Sapphire's in the playpen, just so you guys know, just for her comfort and safety. Hi, honey. I know.
And when
as soon as I'm done with this video, she and I are going to spend some time together as we do every day. Oh, there she goes. Come on out to eat, baby girl. Look at you. I'm so proud. So while we're back here in the clubhouse, Here's Buck again. Oh, baby boy. Yeah, I wanted to go over some of the stuff about seizures and CBD real quick. And this is not, some of it's based off of medical facts, some of it's based off of my experience, so I just want to share it with you. You know, as you guys know, earlier today, Buck had a seizure. First and foremost, everything I've read about seizures, both in dogs and in humans, although exhausting when they come out of it, it's very violent and scary for us, but while they're in it, they really don't know what's going on, so it's not like they're in any pain or anything. So that's a good thing to remember when you see any of these videos, because if I get any more in the future of anybody, I'm also going to be sharing them with you. And one of the reasons I want to share them with you is because I want you guys to know, again, how important CBD is. And I'm going to say this right here and now. We have our own CBD line of products. They're amazing. It's taken me over 3 years to put this together. My experience in the supplement industry, my connections through there, and the hard work of my really good friend Nathan Wynn has been able to put this together. But this is just a post about, you know, CBD in general and what it can do versus, I know she's eating, I love it. Get it, girl. About what CBD can do in general. And if you don't want to use mine and you already have a great brand, so be it. Use it. Just as long as you're using it. If you have questions or doubts about it, whether or not it's going to work, especially anxiety, stress, especially seizures, you know, by all means, just know that there's no downside, and it'll pull them out of a seizure faster than anything. Now, with that being said, you know, when a dog goes into a seizure, obviously the quicker the seizure's over, the better. And according to the doctors that I've spoken to, believe it or not, unless it's a certain thing that has to do with their liver or their kidneys, almost every time their blood sugar should not actually drop. Now again, it's exhausting, but their blood sugar doesn't drop. Their blood sugar actually raises, right, Buck?
What? I know.
Buck, can I get some love?
Don't push that. So their blood sugar actually raises. Hi, Rita. Harley, stop being so protective. Stop being so extra. Here. No, I won't put you up there. Hi, Pitsy, baby girl. So I'm sorry, sidetracked here with all the babies. Hi, Corinne.
Get him, Buggy.
When one of these dogs has a seizure, and many of the people that already use our products that are on our Big Guys Little World Health and Awareness page, it's a group page. Please check it out. If you have any questions or concerns, you can actually post in that group and ask your questions, and you can be answered by myself, Nathan, or a number of people that have had experience with it. Hi, Sapphire. I'll be there in a minute, little girl. Just rest up, honey. So when a dog is in a seizure, you obviously want to get it out as fast as possible. If you've got a dog that's having a seizure for a half an hour or longer, you just need to get them to the vet immediately. Almost all of these seizures should be able to be taken care of within minutes at most, as you saw with Buck, and he's a hard case because he's an actual epileptic. But if it's just a stress seizure or you know, something due to the environment, you can pull them out very, very quickly within seconds, and that's key. So the way we do it is I don't even worry about dosage at that point. I basically start, like with Buck, we started with a half or maybe 3/4 of a dropper. And if that doesn't pull them out in the course of a minute or so or start to show improvement, I'm gonna hit them again. One thing that I do, that anything you read on the internet is gonna tell you absolutely not to do this. And if any of these dogs were like a 100-pound Rottweiler or a German Shepherd or something, I would be a little different. They tell you not to touch the dog. And it's not to touch the dog because they don't want you, they don't want you to touch the dog, but it's not because you could hurt the dog, it's because that the dog might bite you. Well, I don't give a shit if the dog bites me or not. I think the best thing for the dog, and Connie taught me this. Connie actually has experience before any of this happened, just coincidentally, she has experience in the vet industry. She worked for vets before, kennels, and you know, her family has been involved with dogs, so she has a lot of experience with dogs, so she knows a lot more about them than I did coming into this. And she told me something that is held true for every dog that has had a seizure here, regardless of reason. You want to get that dog, and I know you worry about temperature, so you want to keep them cool. People say that. But I want to get that dog, and you want to get them as quickly as possible to get that CBD in their mouth. And then you want to get them to a nice, calm place. You want to speak nice and soft to them and calmly. You don't want any kind of anything around them to be stirring them up or stressing them out even more as they're coming out, because they could literally just relapse and go right back in. So that's why you saw me do what I did today.
And you got to stay calm.
And yeah, you yourself have to stay calm. You know, I'm inside that video today, I'm freaking out, okay? And you know, after it was over, I told Connie, I said, I'm going to the gym, these things hit me hard, but I don't want the dogs to see that or feel that while it's going on. Now, there's another thing people mentioned, you know, I've seen on the post, I feed them peanut butter to bring them out. I feed them ice cream, I feed them yogurt. I feed them, yeah, I know some of the stuff's ridiculous. I feed them honey, I feed them corn syrup. Well, here's the deal, guys. What you're trying to do is, if there is a minor blood sugar issue, you are in fact trying to just give them that little bit of extra benefit as they come out, because they are depleted at that point. and their blood pressure or their blood sugar will drop after it spikes from the seizure. So if you give them something like corn syrup is honestly the best thing you can do, and this is also not just research but vet recommended, and you don't have to shove a bunch in your mouth. Put some on your finger and literally rub it on your gums. Their gums actually absorb directly into the bloodstream before it goes into the digestive system.
Like a drop on your finger.
Yeah, like, I mean, fingerful. Again, I don't care if I use a little too much, but you don't want to squirt a whole bottle in their mouth. If you don't have corn syrup, honey, syrup, anything that's sugar and fast digesting works. The reason that your ice cream, your yogurt, certainly not your peanut butter. Peanut butter is fat, it's not carbs, so you're not actually doing them any good as far as helping your blood sugar, because peanut butter doesn't have a high effect on your blood glucose. Hold on, this is important for them to hear. So, you know, the object of all these different items that you're feeding your dog, I understand you want to do ice cream because that worked, or yogurt because that worked. No, what you want is a fast digesting carbohydrate that goes directly into their bloodstream. And except for dextrose, which you can only find in like candies, like bottle caps and those anymore, which is not practical, corn syrup is the fastest digesting, or excuse me, the fastest to enter the bloodstream. So that's what you want to try to use. It's cheap, it's inexpensive, have a bottle on hand in case you need to do this. And every time they have a seizure, regardless of reasoning, just dab a little bit of that on their gums. It'll help them, you know, settle down a little bit, because you want to get that done as soon as possible. So I want you guys to CBD, I found out, does not always work for everything. And that is in a situation like with Jewel. When Jewel died, she had that massive seizure that lasted an hour and a half before, you know, we finally could get her, between the time it started, she started to come out of it, we went back into it, and the time we decided that, hey, we gotta get her to the vet, and then got all the way to the emergency vet, it was almost an hour and a half, and she died. And her blood sugar was low, it was crashed, her temperature was up to like 108, her brain was fried, she had a heat stroke from this, and basically that has nothing to do with any kind of neurological issues whatsoever. She had some severe issues with her liver. So if you have a seizure or numerous seizures back and forth, the smartest thing you can do is go to your doctor, get your blood work, get a full panel of blood work done on your dogs. Check for liver values, check for kidney values, check for pancreas values, okay? Because if you're having issues where blood sugar, or if you're having seizures where blood sugar is the culprit or an issue, you've got an underlying problem that is much bigger, and you need to address that problem. I'm a little worried that Buck's epilepsy is possibly because of something to do with his liver. It looks like it's a little small, and if you remember, right before COVID hit, literally the day before, the day of, I was supposed to take him in to get a CT scan, because they have to do the liver not with an MRI but with a CT scan. And I'm not going to do that. We're gonna kind of, like, he's fine. This is the first seizure in well over a month that he's had. Whereas when he came to me, he was having several a day, just weeks before. So he's doing much better. The phenobarbital is working. The CBD daily is working. You know, today was just a weird, oh guys, today was just a weird trigger, and we don't know what actually caused the additional stress to make it happen. But anyway, so as soon as COVID and everything, I know we're about to sing up here too. Wait, Buggy will do it. Buggy! Oh! Oh! Oh, baby! Buggy! Oh! Oh! Oh, I know! Baby girl! Oh! Oh! I love you! I love you! Oh, who's that? Was that Lucy?
I think so.
Oh, so cute. So sorry about the interruption there, guys. Hi, baby. I know. So, so this is the shameless plug here, but it's not really shameless, guys. Like I said, I've been trying to develop this CBD line. We have different tinctures. Major, how'd you get up here? Hello, Major.
Yeah, I'm sneaky.
We developed this line of CBD products. We have different strength tincture drops all the way up to 3,000. We're even working on a 5,000 tincture drop. We have creams, topical creams that actually work on your joints. We have several people that follow the page that can attest to this with video proof and everything. We even have dog treats, and if you can get your dog to eat them, and I say if because they're not effective if the dog won't eat the treat, and you know, just like most treats are hit or miss, so I don't technically recommend them even though we sell them, but if you want to give them a shot, you can. So we have all these products, they work, and if you know, like I said, if you know another company, by all means use them. I have no problem with you promoting another company on the page, just as long as they actually work. People have said, oh, HempWorks works, or this company works. No, they're not really that great. Actually, they're kind of really bad, quality-wise. So, but there are other good companies out there. It's not just mine. One of the things I wanted to tell everybody, we put this in our group page, is that we are officially opening up to all 198 countries to ship our products worldwide. Now, the only thing with that is you are required to check with your customs department and make sure that it's an okay thing, because we can't be responsible if your customs seizes your package. If your customs seizes it, you should get a seizure letter in the mail, but we're not going to refund anything because I need you to do your own due diligence on that. With that being said, we have actually done several packages out so far as testers through random countries such as Canada, Australia, and Great Britain, and they have all been met with success. Everybody has gotten their stuff. The biggest problem we've been having is using the United States Postal Service to ship everything. It's been hit or miss as far as how many months it'll take to get there. We've switched that over to using DHL, so the two disclaimers that I have to use are, once again, we can't guarantee anything with your customs, and secondly, I cannot guarantee delivery times on it. Just simply because, I mean, DHL is going to be much better, but with the way the world's right now, everything's so screwed up. So, I'm going to put the link to our CBD page, or our CBD website here. I'll put the link to the health and awareness group. And if you have any questions or concerns at all, I encourage you, please join the group, ask your questions publicly there, and you'll get a bunch of great feedback. We don't tolerate any bullshit in that group. We don't tolerate any harassment. We are one big family. We're growing, and all I want to do is help you guys. These products, I've found a way to not only, start to fund this place, but also help others in the process, and I can't tell you how great that feels. Right, baby? So thank you for paying attention to this week's address, and we'll talk to you soon. Rita.